guys, so your girl is currently on the road. I am currently on my way to the airport to go to work. Okay, so I am leaving. The flight is supposed to depart at 9:30 a.m. I'm hoping to get there at least 2 hours before departure. It's now 5:59, so essentially it's 6 a.m. So technically for me going international, I'm late because you're supposed to be at the airport 3 hours before departure, right? I'm not checking in any bags or anything, so that's the good thing. But aside from that, I do have to check in at the counter, the ticketing counter. So I'm hoping that there aren't a lot of people there, so I don't have to worry about delays or anything. But I'm not checking in any bags, so the only thing I'm hoping for, but I still need to go to the check-in counter to get to check in, right? Because I booked the jump seat. I did not book regular standby. If I did regular standby, then I can just simply check in on my phone, but with the jump seat I can't do that. So yeah, so hopefully I get there in an hour because yeah, it's chaotic right now, right? Okay, so like look at the traffic right now, guys. Yeah, we're already experiencing traffic and we haven't even gotten anywhere. Okay. Oh my god, guys. The last time I checked in, it was like 5:59 a.m. Right now, it's literally 7:13 a.m. So it took us... It took us... Yeah, Ben is saying, oh, okay, better. Yeah, because entry way no more. Yeah, entry one. Yes, so it took us literally, I think, a little over an hour, like 15 minutes over an hour to get here. Yeah. Hi. So we're going to work, guys. Yeah. We got to the airport. I made it through security. But right now, I'm going to check in with the gate agent because... at the Ghana airport or Accra, we're supposed to, what do you call it? We're supposed to go through 2 screenings, right? One with the Ghana airport through security, and then we do a second one with TSA at the gate. So I have to go through, that's the camera falling on us. So I have to go through the TSA security and then check in with the gate agent and make sure we're all set. It's currently like 8:50. And departure, I believe, is at like 9:30. So I have to hurry up and go because boarding has already started. No, it's yet to start. Okay, it's not 8 yet. It's 7:50. Oh my god, that scared me. It's not 8 yet because boarding will start at 8:30 a.m. and it's currently 7:50. So I'm just trying to consolidate everything so I have like fewer items so I'm not like all over the place. And then I should have brought water, guys. I'm so thirsty. But yes, I have to go through TSA because they're very strict about the liquids policies and stuff like that. So that's what we're doing. But yes, I got to the airport. It took me about, I think like I said earlier, about an hour and like 15 minutes to get to the airport. But next time I'll probably tread lightly and just come super early because I don't want any confusion. But yes, I booked the jump seat. But I'm also hoping that the flight is not super full, that I can get at least seats on the plane, but the jump seat is guaranteed. My work actually starts, or my schedule, my reserve starts on the 23rd. It was initially on the 19th, but I pushed it back so that I can get more wiggle room when I am trying to commute, so that I'm not worried about not making it and stuff like that. So I think I'll just hide my badge. I don't want it showing like that. But yes, I'm definitely going to check in with the gate agent, go through the second screening, and then I'll touch bases with you guys. But so far, the experience has been great. Thoughts at the moment is that I probably would have worn my uniform, or I probably would wear my uniform next time. Just because, I mean, they still understand that I'm crew because they verified my ID and stuff like that. But so then technically I don't have to wear the uniform because I don't want to be seen to be working when I'm not working. But next time I'll try with the uniform to see where it benefits or what's more comfortable because I don't want any stress, right? Plus, I'm just going to work, so it's not like I'm going for leisure or anything. But yeah, let's go for the second screening, and then from there, I'll just touch base with you guys. So stay tuned. Yeah. It feels really weird commuting because I've never done it before, let alone doing it internationally. Also, I had to pay $200. It was $191 just to get out of Accra. So this is seeming to be very expensive because the plan was to do it at least 4 times a month, but I might end up doing it just like 2 times or maximum 3 times because that's my budget. So either way, I guess it works out for me, right? But it was $191, just in case anybody's wondering, the taxes and fees to leave Accra to JFK. Better off, better off. I am wicked, you're insane. But I wouldn't have it any other way. If we're knocked out, we'll go the distance, pound for pound. We're a perfect match, pulling punches, but toe to toe, we're always on the road. Worse or better, we can't stop, we can't stop. Worse. We've lost track of time, don't know how to feel, but I'm not sorry. I'm lost in your eyes, are you even real? But don't you worry, I'm not looking for the one. No, I just wanna have some fun. So let's get drunk tonight, 'cause fuck how we feel. But for now, I won't give it all away, 'cause I don't think I'll stay. No, I can't be the only one who doesn't wanna fall in love. Hi guys, so I just got to the hotel. Hi, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Priscilla. I am a New York-based flight attendant working with a major US airline company who commutes from Accra, Ghana. So your girl is officially an international commuter, okay? I commuted in on the 18th. I have a trip on the 19th, and we are working. It has been hell, but I think I would give you all the details later because your girl is tired right now. I started my day I woke up at 7 a.m., had a report time at 3:20 p.m., got to the airport 3 hours before that. So essentially I've been up since 7 a.m. and it's currently 5 a.m. and I'm now at my hotel. So you should know today has been hell. It hasn't been the best, but I'll share the details later in this vlog. And I'll explain why I'm in New York even though I've started work. It's because we had to come back. Long story short, it's just been chaotic, okay? But the one thing that I want to say is this job is not for everyone. When people say this job is not for everyone, please do not take it for granted. Do not take it for granted. Do not underestimate that statement. This job is not for everyone. You see me sitting here. I've been awake since 7 a.m. Although work started at 3:20 for me, it's 4 a.m. It is 4 a.m. Good morning, guys. Oh my goodness. Good morning, okay? Let me get the mic up because it's just too much going on right now, right? I was tired yesterday. I don't even know what I said, but essentially your girl is back on the line, as you know, and I've actually started my first rotation, which I'm on right now. Today's day 2 of a 3-day trip. And yesterday was chaotic. I'm New York based now, I'm no longer Seattle based. I moved to Ghana. I live in Accra. I commute to JFK or to New York to work here. And I just commuted like on the 18th of May. I started a trip on the 20th of May. No, on the 19th of May. And as you may have it, weather or whatever is going on here, it's chaotic on this side. It's always been chaotic on this side. I just never really experienced it that much because I was Seattle based and I didn't have to deal with that as much. But now that we're based here, obviously we're part of the crew to deal with the crazy. So I'm still getting ready. My pickup time today is at 3:30 p.m. It's currently 2:32. So I'm trying to multitask here, right? So bear with me. But yeah, so essentially what had happened was that yesterday we were supposed to do LaGuardia. When you are based in New York, you actually work 2 airports, LaGuardia and JFK. So we were scheduled to work out of LaGuardia to West Palm Beach, Florida, and then also do West Palm Beach to Boston, right? Layover in Boston, and then we continue our day today. However, while we were in flight, we got rerouted, right? Our crew got rerouted and we were asked to work West Palm Beach back to LaGuardia, which is where we started, and layover in LaGuardia, and then work LaGuardia to Boston today, and then Boston to, I think, Fort Lauderdale or something like that in Florida. Once we got here, while we were in flight working the flight back to LaGuardia, we got rerouted again. So instead of laying over, we were expected to work LaGuardia to Boston that evening and arrive at Boston at like 2 a.m. in the morning. But the issue was that the LaGuardia airport actually closes at 1 or something, but they were hoping to get an extension to 1:30. And then aside from that, one of our crew members also went out sick because they felt they were injured, right? They were limping and all that. So that was not a good deal. We then had to get a replacement. And instead of crew scheduling, essentially just letting us lay over and move on with our lives, they decided to find a replacement for us. However, the replacement was supposed to land in LaGuardia at 1:30. The airport was going to be shut down at 1:30 because they wanted to get an extension to 1:30. But if the person is landing at 1:30, we can't board and take off before 1:30, right? So then essentially that flight got canceled. So it got canceled, so we couldn't work it. So now we're down one crew member and our flight is canceled, and we don't have a hotel because they took away our hotel. The initial hotel we were given, they took it away because they rerouted us to work a flight. Long story short, it took crew accommodations or crew tracking, whoever was supposed to give us a hotel, 4 hours to get us a hotel. So mind you, around this time it was like 11, 12 in the evening, right? Or 12 midnight. So it took them over 4 hours to actually get us a hotel, which means we were stuck at the airport till like after 4 a.m. in the morning to get a hotel. And I commuted in, and I woke up early that day because I was actually looking for a trip to work. So I had been awake since 7 a.m. at this point, right? So I've been awake since 7 a.m. all the way to like 4 before we actually got a hotel. And this just goes to show that honestly, this job is not for everyone, okay? So yeah, this just goes to show that this job is not for everyone. And when people say this job is not for everyone, it's not an exaggeration. It's a fact, okay? It's honestly a fact. And when we say it's not for everyone, it's not for everyone. And before you decide to do a job like this, you have to get your mindset straight and expect the worst case scenario. I always expect the worst case scenario, and even me, I'm like all over the place. But then again, I just got back, so I guess I was wishful thinking, expecting that my first rotation will be smooth, but that was just me wishful thinking, right? So that's what happened essentially, right? So then once the reroute happened and we couldn't do that trip, we then have to lay over in LaGuardia again as initially planned, and then work today. But before I went to bed, my crew and I were scheduled to actually deadhead. Deadhead is when you fly from location to location. It's a way for the company to reposition you to go help with operations. But you're flying as a passenger, even though you're crew and you're on duty, so you're getting paid for that time, even though you're flying as a passenger. It's a way to reposition crew. So initially, before I went to bed, we were scheduled to deadhead from LaGuardia to Detroit, and then do Detroit to Fort Lauderdale. But I woke up this morning to that being changed or scrapped. The lead and myself were junior to the third crew member. The lead and our deadhead has been taken away, and we're actually working the flight from LaGuardia to Detroit, which is cool, no problem. I mean, I came to work, so it's not a big deal. And honestly, this has happened to me before. On my very first rotation, as a flight attendant, when I got on the line, my concern is that what else is going to go wrong? It is day 2 of a 3-day trip, so we have like a long way to go. If this happened on the last day, that's fine. We could easily just be let go or released from the rotation. But this unfortunately happened on day 2. So it's like you have to roll with the punches until you're done, right? And I'm a commuter, so ultimately, I want to work. I don't want to spend all my time in the crash pad when I can actually be out here working. So that's the point right now for me. But the other 2 are not commuters, so that kind of leaves me hanging in a way, because they can ultimately make choices that I would not have the luxury of making because I'm not at base right now. I'm at base, but I don't live at base, sorry. So that's the downside. And when I picked up this trip, I think it was assigned to somebody while they were on 8 days. So technically, I hold the 8 days or the reserve responsibility of this trip, which actually leaves me in a pickle, because then if cruise scheduling can ultimately do whatever they want to do with me, right? Essentially. So yeah, that's where we are. That's the update. So when I got back, honestly, I just had dinner and I was so exhausted I just went to bed. So that's been my reality right now. But I think after staying a year, I'm in a better mental state to be able to handle this. That's just the reality of this job. You start with one crew, you end up with another, and I'm just here to work, do my time, and leave. So my next trip actually is the day after. It's on the 23rd, this Saturday. But I'm hoping that I can move it to Friday so that I can be out sooner than later. I can leave here sooner than later. And I am on track to just do the 6 days that I wanted to do. Like I said earlier in this vlog or this video, I managed to actually swap both of my reserve or my 8 days for 2 trips only. So I just have to do this 3-day trip, the next one, and then I'm done. So essentially, that's the update right now. Right now, I'm just getting ready, like I said, and hopefully today goes better than yesterday, but it is what it is. I probably should put some lotion on my hands. Looking all ashy. Oh my goodness. It is crazy, guys. I just got back and already they're making me regret coming back. Like, how do I start my first day back to school? Okay. With all this drama. But yeah, it was just reroutes, delay. I don't know what was going on in LaGuardia. Honestly, up until now, I don't know what is going on. And at this point, I don't even care to know. I just want to do my job and just go, because I don't even want to know what's happening, because there's always something going on here. And now that summer is approaching, it's potentially going to be worse. So I'm just always gamed for the worst case scenario. So far, aside from the reroutes and the delays and stuff like that, it's been okay. Nothing eventful. We want to keep it that way. I started off with an aircraft that I'm most comfortable with, which is a 737, so I love that. I can honestly appreciate the small wins. So that's where we are. But if you're considering being a flight attendant, please take note. Let me shamelessly plug this in though. If you do want to become a flight attendant, I do have a full playlist in the description box below detailing or documenting my experience when I went through it. So definitely check it out. But if you do want to become a flight attendant, just take note that your time is not yours. And once you clock in or once you sign in for a trip, you are at the mercy of the company. They can choose to do whatever they want to do with you. 8 days or not, honestly, they can choose to do whatever they want to do with you and then deal with the consequences later. Whether they have to pay you extra for doing whatever it is that they want to do with you or whatever, they can still do it, okay? It's like, yeah, they can still do it. But that's the case right now. So we're just hoping that today is better. But now that I'm based in New York, I will say it is very different. Even when it comes to swapping for trips, it is like the Wild Wild West out here, okay? But we will talk about that. It definitely feels like the Hunger Games out here. I am not kidding you. When people say that, they're not exaggerating. It is a fact. It is serious business out here, okay? And if you're not game to play, don't even try it. But overall, I guess the fact that I do live in Ghana and I'm able to commute in and out, I can appreciate that. But unfortunately, the taxes and fees have increased. The cost of the taxes and fees have gone up. Initially, my goal was to do, I've said this like 1,000 times, was to work weekly and then go back home weekly as well. But that would mean me being here at least 4 to 5 times, which will put me well over $1,000, if not close to it. So I'm like, do I really want to spend that much money when I can just consolidate my trips such that I work 1 week and then I get 1 week off, and then I do another week and I get 1 week off, and then I'm done. So essentially I'll be at base like twice instead of 4 times. That's what I'm hoping for now. But June's schedule is out. Please keep an eye out for June's schedule reaction video. I will talk about my schedule a lot and what I plan moving forward. So right now I'm almost done. I'm getting ready. I'm just gonna go get some ice to keep my food cold. I do have a second dinner for tonight. So I did meal prep and I brought food from Ghana. I wanted to eat those at least for the first 3 days, and then on my second trip or my second 3-day trip, I'll probably eat out for that period. But for now, I'm just trying to figure out what to do. I might not even eat out because I do have some dry foods that I can potentially eat. But I'm trying to save as much as I can because I don't want to go too crazy with the money. Because right now, my goal is not to work high credit trips per se, even though I would love to work them. But my goal is to get the best report time and the best release time. Something that gets me in enough, later enough for me to be able to have 2 backup plans and commute the day before a rotation. And something that has an early release that can get me out the same day the rotation ends. So that I end up spending only 4 days working and 3 days, actual 3 days off, right? So we're strategizing right now, but that would all be my schedule reaction video. So yeah, as usual, you guys are always here with me when I start something new as a flight attendant. How do you like the haircut though? I kind of like the haircut. I love the simplicity and the freedom of it. But yeah, let's go get some ice. Hello, good afternoon. Is there an ice machine?
7th floor.
7th floor? Okay, thank you. This is insane, guys. I don't think this fridge works the way it's supposed to. I don't even think it worked. Oh my goodness. This is why people just eat out.
Sitting at the same old workplace. What's the point of this chase?
And I like to do another thorough scan of the room just to make sure that I did not leave anything behind, because just when you think you got everything is when you realize that you don't got everything, right? So I'd like to
just bite our own tail, wishing that something would change, that we could turn back
off to the 7th floor to get some ice.
the page and live like our favorite fairy tales. So a love so free in a world of affair.
So apparently the creamer is not pumping. So I guess we're off to a bad start. I don't like artificial sweeteners because I feel like it's just chemicals. So that's what I had to use. So clearly we're off to a bad start. Fingers crossed to get to Fort Lauderdale because I really like that layover. But this is the life, guys. This is the life.
That really should be on the first day. They couldn't put it because you started working. It's just
And this is my view. I don't know. It's become a new obsession.
To see, flying on dragons through sky high sea.
Are we Delta proud? This is the time that I'm coming back. Hey y'all, hey friends, hello. We're still here. We're still in this 3-day rotation. Yesterday I came in, you guys will probably see like the hotel tour or whatever, but I came in and I was beat. Like I was so tired, I couldn't even eat. I was sleeping whilst eating. That's how tired I was. And I'm officially going to say that this was the rotation from hell. And it's a rotation from hell, not even because of passengers or anything. See, that's the thing. I can handle a difficult passenger because it's either you're on the aircraft or you're gone. And it's either I figure out what the issue is, resolve it, and then we're all good to go, right? And I've had some pretty bad trips. This was just psychologically, mentally, and then ultimately physically exhausting. Oh my God, I look so puffy because the girl is tired, okay? This is my first trip back and it has become insanely stressful. I think if I had done this trip 3 months after my break or whatever, after all the emotional roller coaster that I went through in 2025, no, in 2024, 2025, yes, I think I would have quit. But thankfully, I have come back to self, okay? And whatever happened in 2025, I'm settled, I'm cool, I'm calm, collected. I'm more so like just looking forward and moving ahead. Plus, I feel like I'm well rested. So it's like mentally and emotionally and physically, I'm built for this. But no. Please stay tuned for a story time. But yes, I'm in Fort Lauderdale right now, girl. And we're flight attendant again. But today is go home day. And this rotation is dirty, okay? This rotation did me dirty, okay? Crew scheduling, you did me dirty. I just got back. What happened to leaving me alone, okay? Crew scheduling did me dirty. Every single day we have ended our day after 2 a.m. in the morning. Like yesterday, I got back to my hotel room and it was like 3 a.m. The first day, day one, we came back and it was like 4 a.m. right? But at least yesterday also it had issues to do with delays and stuff like that. But it wasn't like the first day. But long story short, this rotation is from hell. I see why nobody wanted to work it, and it's so much stress for little hours. That's my problem. Like when I was in Seattle, whenever I'll be this beat up and this stressed out during a trip, I was making well over 20 hours for that domestic trip. But this was literally like 16 hours. At some point it dropped to 15 and now it's at 17:30 or whatever. But I'm like, no. Like we would not be doing this much work for such little credit. I'd rather go work a TO, like an international trip or something, even if it's 14 hours. At least I know I don't have to deal with the mental gymnastics that this has to offer. And plus I get a 24-hour layover. I'm trying to have some dinner. Pickup is at 4:15 right now and it's now 3:52. So I'm trying to have some leftovers from last night because I was so stressed out I couldn't really eat, right? Today we're doing Fort Lauderdale in Florida to Atlanta, Georgia. And then from Atlanta, we're gonna do Atlanta to LaGuardia in New York. So I'm ending my day in LaGuardia and our release time is supposed to be at after 11 p.m. So hopefully everything goes as planned so we get back to base early. But if what happened the first day and the second day are gonna happen today, then potentially I'm gonna have to set my mindset that we might end up getting back to base at like 4 a.m. or something. So I'm not counting on anything. My expectations are in the gutter right now, very, very low. But yeah, that is the flight attendant life. But yeah, I'm gonna stop yapping, have my leftovers, and then I'll see you all when I see you all. Forget my face, okay? I feel the way I look. So well, I look the way I feel. I'm like so exhausted. I think the last time you guys heard from me was when I was working a 3-day trip, right? Also, forgive the TV in the background. The remote control is not working and I don't have time to figure it out. Like, I'm too tired to want to figure anything out right now. The last 3-day trip, which is what I'm on right now, started on the 23rd, which is this Saturday. But that 3-day trip had a very early morning report time, which was 6 a.m. And because it is my first time, I was just too worried to take chances with getting to the airport. So I decided to go to the airport on the 22nd, the evening of the 22nd. But long story short, as I go through this process, I'm gonna learn, right? I'm gonna figure things out. And the more I go through this process, the more I figure out like what works, what doesn't, among other things, right? Honestly, between JFK and LaGuardia, your girl is starting to like LaGuardia. I think the only reason why I was attached to JFK was because I flew into JFK, right? But now it's becoming apparent that the day that I commute in will not be the day that I start work. This 3-day trip that I'm on, we're actually going to Michigan and then also Phoenix, Arizona. But these credits are not the best anyway. So far I think it's gone up. It was initially 16 hours, but now it's gone down. It's gone up to like 17 hours. But the goal was to work today. We did day one, we did JFK to Fort Lauderdale in Florida, and then we did Fort Lauderdale to Atlanta, Georgia, and then we did Atlanta, Georgia to where we are right now. It's Grand Rapids in Michigan. That's what we did today. And then we have a layover in Grand Rapids, Michigan for 12 hours, right? So it's a short layover. Our van time or pickup time is at 5:40 a.m. tomorrow morning, which is Sunday morning. So my goal is that all things being equal, when we arrive at JFK on the go home day, which is Monday 25th May, which is Memorial Week day, and I'm scheduled to arrive at JFK by 1:24 p.m. I booked the jump seat to Accra, so the goal is to commute back home on Monday. But so far overall, I will say it's been a successful first week commuting. I mean, once I get to Accra and then I complete this 6 days, then 7 days, then I'll know for real, because I haven't done the back end of this yet. Your girl is just stressed out. The only thing that keeps me going moments like this is knowing that I get flexibility with my schedule. Okay, so your girl is officially very rusty, okay, because I nearly missed my van pickup time. Yesterday was so exhausting, guys. I did not even know what to do with myself. After I recorded that long video that you saw yesterday, I literally fell asleep. However, I woke up to my alarms blazing, okay? Luckily, I set my alarms to be super early, so that bought me time. But if that wasn't the case, I would have been late for pickup, because our pickup was at 5:40 a.m. Way too early, okay? No, it's a mess, but here we are, right? But your girl made it. So I'm currently at MSP, Minnesota right now. We did a early morning flight from Grand Rapids to MSP, and then we're going to be doing MSP to Phoenix, and then I'll be done for the day. So it's only 2 flights today, thankfully. But yeah, it was just a lot. I was so beat yesterday. Yeah, because yesterday we had early morning report. I couldn't sleep the day before because I was at the airport and I just couldn't sleep, and did 3 legs yesterday, and we had like service on all 3. I just got some Starbucks because I'm super hungry. Phoenix. The layover for today is actually for 17 hours. So my goal actually is to record like a few content and then sleep, because I am super tired. I haven't had a good amount of rest since I commuted in. I mean, since I started all my trips, I haven't really had like long good rest, because all my layovers have been very short, and I've had early reports for my flights as well, so I am stressed out. But yeah, I almost missed my report time, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? Guys, so I just finished recording 2 videos. Right now, like I said, I'm trying to like multitask and do as much as I can when I'm on my layovers. That's actually another reason why I will probably be picking up trips with longer layovers, like beyond minimum 15 hours, because that way it gives me the opportunity to do other stuff, but aside from just sleeping and just working, right? Let's get unready and then get ready for bed. Welcome back. Hi. So today is day 3. It is go home day, as in this rotation is over today, and it's also go home day because I am leaving for Accra today. So I do have Phoenix to JFK, just 1 flight today, and then we do arrive at, I think, after 1 p.m. and then I have to go through security again to get on my flight, or my commuting flight back home to Accra, which departs, I think, after 5 p.m. So I'm hoping that I can make this a successful situation, so that we know that there's hope for the future, right? Thank you all guys for watching me and supporting me, and I will probably see you in New York. If not, I will see you in the next vlog. subscribe to the channel, My Next Location. I am on Instagram as well and on TikTok. I do have a second channel, which is My Next Location Vlogs. It shares or showcases my life living in Ghana. Sorry, my alarm is going off. It showcases my life living in Ghana. So please check that out and please support that channel. If you want to know what I'm doing when I'm not at New York working, that is a channel to be on. My Next Location Vlogs. The link is in the description box. Your girl is back in Ghana. I went to work and I'm back home now, so it's time to eat some banku and some shito and some fish right now because your girl is stressed the hell out. Even though I'm in Ghana, I'll probably be here for like just a week, so I'll be going back 2nd June, so that's the downside. But we're currently at the Accra International Airport right now. I am going home. It is like 9 in the morning. No, it's actually 7. Yeah, we came early today. Last time I arrived we delayed, so let's go get some cocoa.
Every time we say goodbye, they all see that it's a lie. 'Cause we always give it one last try. Yeah, you've watched me break 1,000 times. Now I'm all alone, 'cause you never show. You say you will, but then you don't.